do some writing. What?
Okay, Button, in your expert opinion,
Hmm.
and my drive for guaranteed replies, in your 29 minutes, do you think leading a good and pie-ass life would actually make a difference?
Leaving a good and pious life would make a difference.
Yeah, for your 29 days of hell, which are coming.
You're 50.
59,
left-
59.
I think
Yeah.
it.
Oh, I see. I see what you're saying. Would it make a difference to the experience that Garageman's talking about?
Yeah.
Or that it wouldn't have? Well, see, I'm skeptical of it even happening. Because hear me out. So okay, there's two ways to look at it, right? That's what I'm thinking.
Okay,
So
so
either-
like watching G20, suspend your disbelief for a second. Just,
Okay.
just
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. Disbelief suspended. So it happens the way Garbage Man says it, is what you're saying, right? Okay. Would it make a difference?
Yeah.
Well,
You reckon it
okay.
will?
All right. I have two thoughts.
Okay.
Either it will just be completely random firings and it will produce, like a trip on
Mushroom trip,
psilocybin or whatever, right? So that's one way to look at it. Or would how you live make a difference? Possibly, if your mind was full of the darkest corners of the internet, versus if it was full of rainbow sunshines and kittens, then it could make a difference in that. So then in that case, living a more godly life, to put it to a word, could have a difference on that, psychotic nightmare of death that Garbage Man's referring to. The thing is, no one would escape a nightmare because in your head,
in this one though.
Because
you do
okay,
meet a bunch
in your
of
head,
figures.
you have there are things you could relive that from your shortcomings, from your sins, your guilts, your whatever.
Okay, so what if it's
That
based
does
on
come through at
whatever
the end.
your last moments are filled with? So you know how people end up getting the shot in Canada because being poor is apparently
They've used up their medical.
Well, I guess you could be potentially creating a nightmare situation because you're taking this.
When people choose to do that, they listen to like the Ode of Joy and they go out with a smile on their face. So what I'm saying is that do you think something like that would matter?
To their final experience to the nightmare dream. Well, this raises your question. See, they've never had the experience of taking that shot before, and it's I've heard it said that it may not be, as
I'm gonna get some more brick before we go in.
as a nothing experience as it suggested, that it could be a much more horrifying experience than we actually are told. But of course, your body's paralyzed at that point, so
You don't feel any pain or anything. Just your nerves are done.
But then, as a counter, when I said it, I realized. So I said that even if you lived a godly life or a righteous life, it didn't fill your head full of this kinds of stuff, or kept it to as minimal as possible.
Garbage Man on button, please.
Yeah. So I said, that say the nightmare could still consist of guilt or things that you have. You mentioned the word absolution the other day, and I guess that's the thing.
That is the correct term, sir.
Yeah. So exactly right.
Absolution.
So that made me think, well, in terms of feeling guilty for things upon my death, when in my state is one of justification, like those those things have been paid for.
Oh, you're talking about sins being paid.
So then, so then the question was, would my life of quote unquote piety make a difference? Then, yeah, I guess it does make a
I
difference.
didn't say yours. I just said
No,
in
no,
general.
I know.
mean,
In general, yeah.
everything's
No,
not
you just
about
said.
you. You know,
I say that because I don't usually use the term piety, but I'm fine to roll with it. So yeah, then it does actually make a difference, of course, because I'm not walking around, or I'm not going to my death with
So in your 59
with
days, you
fears
think...
of if there's 59 days, then I guess I'm already there. I'm already done. I'm already crossed over.
Maybe
Even
that's
in my
what-
Oh
head.
wait, so
Even
you're
in the firings of my
subscribed
let me put it this way: the neurons firing in my head are redeemed ones, are restored ones, are regenerated ones, are ones that aren't filled with those troubles of the flesh, of death, and of being lost. They're all completely changed. I don't think like that ever. I never think like that. Like the victory's already here. The kingdom's already come. I'm already a citizen.
Okay.
I'm still down here struggling along like you guys are, but like everybody is. Like you
He's
two
just
in
toasted.
particular.
He's already being
Wow.
hosted.
Holy shit. Wow. Wow.
No. Sorry, let me put it another way. I'm already in my 59 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
got that.
It's
I got that.
I didn't mean it like that, but I just said it like I just realized that I could say it like that.
Yeah, no, I got that. That part I got. Trust me, I got that part.
So I'm
It
standing
was
on
the
the
it was the it was the struggling like you peasants thing. Where I was like, this fucking guy.
what I meant
fucking
was
I'm
that
starting another wall.
we're all
I am
still here
starting another
in the world.
I'm starting another button wall. Holy shit.
We're all still in the between of the earthly kingdom as well as the heavenly kingdom. Life isn't. We're not in heaven yet. Let's put it that way. Things haven't been finished and restored completely. There's this transitional period.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah.
100% starting on the wall.
It's
Oh,
tiny.
I don't know. I fight with the weapons of peace and love.
Not the armor of Christ.
You
Sword
can
of
crucify
wisdom.
me. It's okay. I'll forgive you.
It's like the Christians to the lions. Watch them and be like, "Holy shit, these guys are like happy to get torn apart." Oh, this is like a big one.
Yeah.
What the hell?
They don't really have a choice.
Well, I mean, they weren't like fighting the lions or anything. They were just like
You just
But,
letting them tear them apart.
you're
well, what are you
hastening.
supposed to do?
All you're
I don't
doing
know.
is changing. You're just reducing their 59 days to 18. So it's a win for them.
Well, they were used to seeing like everyone else being thrown to the lions and how they would
But they're missing out.
like fight
So that's
back
why.
They're missing out.
Yeah. Yeah, they get to. It's like giving them a fast track based on the fact that
yeah, that's what
that they're
thing
following. That they're
They're
following
going-
Jesus.
They're gonna
They're
go to
literally
heaven,
following him.
and they don't have
They
to
go get.
worry about it in a minute because life was pretty shitty back then. They were just like, "Fuck this! You have to go to paradise."
Well, I mean, it's life's in some ways always pretty shitty, but it's not like it's not shitty. It's
pretty good right now.
It's awesome. Like it's even anytime. It's still like there's elements to life that are just purely awesome. The fact that we're even alive is awesome. That there's any creation at all is awesome. Now we have Minecraft.
Yeah. then we can play Minecraft.
I'm
Thanks,
sure
creation.
Butterfly is secretly like, as long as I am not you two, Solomon's life is awesome. I think that's
No, I am.
that's-
I'm just. You guys are. You guys are probably you're way better than me. Maybe not garbage man,
Aw,
but,
yeah, I wouldn't say that.
but you, curator, is there anyone around that's cooler? And...
Are you talking about a Minecraft? Because I don't disagree. I think
No,
I
no,
was
no.
talking about something else.
No, just in
Something
general.
else.
No, I'm not. I don't count myself better than you guys at all. Never have. I know myself. I know more of me than you too, so I have more reason to think worse of myself. No. If I was a good, if I was, here's the thing. Here's the thing you need to remember is that if I were good, I would have no need for any of that nonsense, that Jesus and Christianity nonsense.
Oh, that's true.
I would have no need.
Yes,
just
a need. It's
go
a
there
need. It's not a.
automatically.
It's not a preference. It's not. It's not like. It's not like it's the flavor of ice cream that I like. It's just. It is. There's a need. There's a genuine, honest. It's all about need. I'm lost without it. We all are. That's the thing.